It is the victory moment with CK. Join the show as we chat victory in the midst of the uncertainty in life, because each day can be a victory moment if you don't quit, if you don't give up, and if you don't let go. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you may be catching this. Welcome to the victory moment with CK. I'm excited again to be back and be here, as there's so many things going on. Listen, I am here and listen, missing a lot of things, and excited because my birthday was this month. I'm still celebrating, as I'm just excited for a new era and new year of life. It was August 9th, and listen, I thank everybody for all the birthday love. I could say it because it came from my people, the people that connect to me, and I appreciate them, and I have to shout it out. I'm still not done responding to everybody's love, and I'm going to respond before the end of the month. Everybody will get all the love. August is a special month for me, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that, and this show is going to be taking turns and going to be going into new levels and all of that. But today, if you didn't see the title, let me share the title real quickly. It says, "Be okay with being misunderstood." And we're going to talk about it because a lot of times we are misunderstood or misinterpreted of our actions or the things that we might say. And that doesn't give excuse to do whatever you want. But we're going to talk more about it. Again, welcome to the victory moment with CK. Hello, and again, welcome to the victory moment with CK. I am, my show today, and I'm going to talk more about some things today in reference to, I call it commercial breaks. And I'm going to talk more about it. I'm going to get more into it. As I take a commercial breaks, there's a lot of things that's going to change. But anyway, I want to talk about, as I said, be okay with being misunderstood. And let me be clear, that doesn't mean that you don't do your best to be clear on your communication. Do your best to be clear on what you are conveying, knowing your audience. One of the things I've learned about speaking is knowing your audience. And certain things are acceptable, and then there's certain things that are just not acceptable because they're going to be misunderstood. They're going to be because of the audience and the people. Because one thing I've noticed is that we all have different backgrounds, different things that we've dealt with, and it actually dictates how we respond and how we and what triggers and all of those things. And I'm not a, you know how they say, a licensed psychologist. I'm just talking about things that, that everyday life that you may experience, because a lot of times we get upset because we're misunderstood. Um, in one perspective, but I want to talk about, you know, number one, not everyone will get you. And you have to understand that everyone is not going to connect with you. Everyone is not going to understand the things you do, how you do it, and why you do it. And I always talk about those 5 whys, like why you do it, how you do it, and when and where, and all of those things. Because we've all come up in different backgrounds, different perspectives, and our parents have played an impact on our lives, and we call it the village has played an impact where where we were raised. And I always make this joke because Southern hospitality is a little different from New York. We we just do things a little differently in New York. And that's basically what happens. But being misunderstood it's okay. And when I say that, meaning that understand that you not necessarily did anything wrong, but what it is that as you mature, just be aware. Or be aware, and that's how I would say it. Be aware that not everyone is going to get going to get you. That's number one. Number two, and I have just 3 quick thoughts, and I'm going to get more into a final thought and some things that I want to share. People will misinterpret you and what you do. And I want to stay with this for a few moments. When you sometime you're doing something, or you're in the midst of doing something, and you may not realize how it portrays to someone else. Someone else may say, hey, that's fine. But someone else may say, whoa, that's kind of like funny. That's not what it is, and all of those things. But like I always say, the victory moment is about daily having victory. And daily having victory meaning is things are not always going to be perfect. Things are not always going to look the way you desire them to look, because you may be thinking this is the right way to do it because of your perspective, but someone else may be looking at it in a different perspective. So what you got to do when you're dealing with not always understanding that you may be misunderstood, and it's okay. It's okay to be misunderstood and not always getting it right, as we would say. So what you do is you keep learning and growing from whatever it is. But the main important thing is knowing that not everyone will understand your movements. Not everyone, some people will misinterpret your movements. And that means that you have to do your best. And I've been talking about this for months, and from since last year, doing your best. And that's what you got. Just do your best. And as you continue on and doing your best, your mindset shifts, your attitude shifts. When you make mistakes, you don't take it as hard. But listen, the victory moment is about you can have victory every day if you don't be so hard on yourself. If you understand that everybody is not going to get you, everybody is not going to connect with you, everybody is not going to understand why and what's the purpose of you doing certain things, why you may not do this, why you may not. But one of the main things is never intrude your thoughts onto someone else, because they are your thoughts, they are your values. Everybody have their different perspectives and values. And one of the things, and one of the things I rarely discuss is politics, because the bottom line is everybody has a view. Everybody is going to share certain things. um I call it religion or religiosity, because I don't deal with religion, because religion is, we call it a perspective of different people. And um certain people have a different perspective of this. So what I normally talk about as a Christian is what we call a relationship. And that's deeper than just what we will call an outer, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that. It's more to it than that. So as I connect and bring together again the victory moment with CK, it's about okay, we have a perspective, but it doesn't take away what other people think. And these are the things we have to put in perspective when we're talking about not everyone will get you. When we're talking about not people will misinterpret. There are times, and it's okay. They will misinterpret. But you have to have the right mindset and attitude to know what your real intent is. And that's what's important. What is your real intent? That's what's important. Why are you really doing this? Is it really to harm or to help someone along the journey? And when I started this real quickly, and then I'm going to go into the final thought for the day. When I started the victory moment over 2 years ago, but it was named something different. Um, all I kept thinking, how do we move forward? And that's when it became the victory moment, because there was so much perspective, especially as we were dealing with COVID. And COVID drained us. COVID, listen, COVID did a lot, and still there's some what we call residue that we're still dealing with. And I kept saying, how do I move forward with all my emotions, with all my, like, they could have did it this way. Why didn't they do it this way? Why did so many people have to pass away? Why did so many loved ones have to pass away? But what it is again, not everybody is going to understand you. Now again, I'm saying it again. Not everybody's gonna there will be some misinterpretation. And even when the whole thing came up with COVID, there was some misinterpretation. There were some things that just was like really hurt and painful, but it was out of our control. So I say this to say, um, be okay with being misunderstood. And what you do, what you can, even trying to explain certain things all the time doesn't work. But your perspective and your attitude and the way you do stuff shows your true heart. So I want to talk about no one will completely, as I get ready to talk about some other things, no one will completely understand you. What are you talking about, CK? Because there will always be something that's not understood about you. And I don't know if I think I'm saying that correctly. There's always some things that will not be understood about you. And you have to make it, you make, not take everything personal, because it's just not always going to work out that way. And Nevia, you can never please everybody. And if you walk around thinking you can please everybody, that's a deception. It's a deception. So not everybody will understand you and get you. Not everybody, there are things that will always be misinterpreted. You can do the simplest thing and it may be misinterpreted. And finally, no one will completely get you. No one. Because it's just that way. We're different. We're made different. We receive things differently. We acknowledge things differently. So I just wanted to talk about that, because as we and as we're getting ready to move into, the next, we're in the 8th month already of the year. We only have 4 more months. What is stopping you from your victory moment? And I want to ask that today. And I need you to really look inside your own heart and your own mind and spirit, and find out what is really stopping you from from your victory moment, your daily victory moment. It has nothing to do with everything being perfect every day. But what it has to do is your attitude and your mindset when you wake up every day. And I'm always talking about positivity. When you wake up every day, we know everything is not perfect. We know bills are coming. We know the children may act up or give a challenge, I would say. We know that even our parents and our loved ones, we may have a challenge. But the bottom line is, when you wake up each day, as I close out and I get ready to close out, as you wake up each day, how, what is stopping you from having your victory moment? What is stopping you from having your victory moment? That's all it is. What's stopping you from having your victory moment? And you got to step in to your victory moment so that you don't lose hope. And I'm actually getting ready to share something saying, don't quit so easily. Don't give up so easily. But keep going. And every day can be a victory moment, but it's your attitude, it's your perspective, it's your how, why, what, where, and when. So, blessings to everybody as we keep stepping into this week, into our week and our months and our days. Let it be a victory moment daily, just because of your attitude, just because of, I'm not allowing the misunderstood to dictate my next level. Continue to have a victory moment. Continue to be in the victory, knowing that, things are going to happen, but it's your perspective. It's how you see it. And, I always use this. Do you see the glass half empty or half full? Listen, as I do my quick, what we call commercial break, there's some new things coming up, and I definitely am going to be sharing the information. As this is as now the episodes are going to be moving forward. Please connect with the BAC Media Network. It is free to download, and if you have Roku or Apple TV or Fire Stick. Listen, connect and you would see me. And you would see how we maneuver on the BHC network to encourage, to empower, and to bring another level to individual lives and lives that we touch. So listen, we have things going on, and we're offering, whether you want to do it on my personal channel or you can do it on the BHC Media Network, where you can highlight your business. You can even highlight what you do, if whatever you desire, and connecting with me. You could email me at kingmiracletravels@yahoo.com. Again, that's KING Miracle Travels with an S at yahoo.com, and get more information. I'm going to put out more information about it. We are excited to get others to connect and how we can help, because we are stronger together. And if there's anything that you want to share, that we can actually do what we call a commercial for you on my channel. It's different, but if you put it on the BHC network, there's more that's available, and you have even a greater, and we're talking about a large audience to help push your vision, to help push your event, to help push. Listen, let's work this together, and just connect with me as we keep moving forward. So I thank you for joining me on this episode of the Victory Moment with CK. As we will not, we will be okay with being misunderstood, because we have a daily victory that will not allow us to be stopped, will not allow us to be hindered in moving forward and getting all the great things that God has for us. So continue to have a great rest of the month, the rest of the rest of the week, and all of those great things as every moment with